everybody? Welcome back to the All Out Blitz podcast with Jeff and Brady. It has been slightly just under a decade since our last episode. But as you can tell by the title of this episode, we're back again. Now, we did do this once before, Braid. What was it? About a year and a half, 2 years ago. Came back. We did like 2 episodes and then hit the fan, and now I'm grayer and you're older.
Oh, yeah, man, we're moving. We've had a lot of... So, we came back. I think what originally happened is we stopped doing it in like 2023 the first time.
Yeah.
And then we came back like a year later. We're like, hey, guys, we're coming back. We're not going to leave this time. And then we did like I think it was like a Super Bowl review, and then it was like a draft preview.
Yeah.
And then we had to leave again because that's when football stuff really started to happen. It was me going into my junior year. You were getting your first year of. I think it
was it. No, it was before that, wasn't it?
It was before my junior year started.
Okay, that's right.
I'd say 24 would have been my junior year. So, yeah, I was just going into my junior year. You were going into your first year as the varsity head coach. Yep. So that's whenever you were really starting to like handle stuff and needed to like get stuff done, and it just
get a staff in place and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's just with you working and then like school for me and like all that stuff. It just started to become like a lot of things. So we're just like we're just gonna take a break again, then we'll come back whenever we feel ready to. And that time has now come.
Trying to figure. Yeah, only while I'm going to be going into year 3 as head coach. You are graduating high school. We're going to take college visits, see where you can extend your playing career. But we figured, hey, now's the right. We're not busy, right? So that's total BS. So I have like 7 jobs, and you got a ton going on. But we figure, hey, why not, right?
Well, exactly. I was about to say, and I've been like, because honestly, if we hadn't thought about it, we probably never would have picked this podcast back up again. Like it would have just sat, it's done at the 2024 draft preview.
Good memories.
And I was last night. I was just because I knew we had discussed it for probably like 2 weeks now. I'd say like coming back, and finding all this stuff, and like it's just it being a whole thing. And so yeah, we've been talking about it. I was listening to a couple of our past episodes, just trying to get back into the mindset of being a podcaster, not just doing YouTube videos like I'm used to. But I remember the last episode we did. I honestly completely forgot that we did a draft preview. I seriously thought the last episode we did was like a Super Bowl review, and then I clicked back on, and I was like, "Oh, we did this draft preview? Oh, okay,
exactly."
Yeah.
I feel like Phillip Rivers right now, shaking off the rust before I get back in the game.
I know. He's coming off the couch, man. Coming off the bench.
Oh, man. How about that? Phillip Rivers coming back 44 years. He's older than me, and he comes back out. And
oh, dude, Well,
it looks like he can't throw a football half the time, dude. He was
slinging it, man.
Well, he knew how to adjust for the arm strength that he didn't have anymore.
Yeah.
Awesome freaking seeing him out there, though. I mean, that was a ton of fun, but a shame for the Colts to start off so hot and heavy and then really, really trail off when the injury bug hit.
Yeah, I was going to say the Colts this year really reminded me because the Colts started out, I believe
7-1.
It was like 7-1, or it was like 8-2, I guess is another way of saying it. And they missed the playoffs. Yeah. And it really reminded me that one year the Vikings started out like 6-0 and then finished the season like 8-8 and missed the playoffs. I'm like, that's crazy. Like, start out so good. Daniel Jones, by the way, came out of nowhere and just started playing like Sam Darnold did when he went to the Vikings. Like, he just started playing out of his mind.
MVP talks before he
injured. Honestly, like that was crazy. Daniel Jones MVP talks. Tell someone that 2 years ago, they're going to be like, no way.
You could have told me that before the season, and I thought you would be full of it.
Oh, I know. Yeah, even that too. It's like, man, you say Daniel Jones is an MVP conversation. There's no way.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Last episode, 2024 draft preview. We're now looking forward to the 2026 draft. It's a lot of crap to talk about. Like I said, I got a couple of notes off here to the side. Let's just talk about big elephant in the room here. the 2026 playoffs.
Hey, Happy New Year, by the way.
Oh, yes, Happy New Year.
It's January 2020. Before we get into the playoffs, let's touch on one little, and we'll probably catch flack for this, but, the more I get older, the more I get into my coaching career, I really start looking at the game a lot differently. Really watching players, scheme, technique of just about every position. You'll see me here wearing my Falcons hoodie for everybody that remembers being a Falcons fan. You're going to hear me talk a lot about Buffalo as well, man. I love what Buffalo has done the last couple years. Exactly. We've been to a couple games up there in Buffalo over the last couple years. It's an amazing fan base to just chill with. Unfortunately, it didn't get an opportunity to jump through a table yet. Hopefully at the new stadium, we get up there for a game, I'll be able to do that.
The complete polar opposite of Giants fans, but we're not going to talk about it just yet.
Oh, yeah, we're not going to get into that. But no, I mean, I've really, you get behind so many players and you're like, wow, do I like the team too? Or is it just the player aspect of things?
Yeah.
Huge fan of Atlanta. That's always been my blood. But also a huge fan of Buffalo. So I look at myself more like Atlanta's my NFC and my forever team, if you will. But man, my AFC team is always going to be the Bills at this point. The best player on the planet with Josh Allen. It's just always exciting to watch.
Yeah. No, yeah, I feel that same way too, because more than probably anybody at this point how indecisive I am at choosing a favorite football team.
Absolutely.
Man, there was a time in my life, and this is why I like to look back on like the 2020 to like 2021, whenever I first started to really get into football, and it was like, man, what team do I choose? What team do I choose? There was a point in my life I would choose a new favorite team every single day of the week, and it was
terrible.
And
it was terrible.
Yeah, I ended up just landing on the Chargers because of how much you talked up Justin Herbert, and then seeing oh man, there's all this change going on, and new coaching staff, new players, Herbert winning Rookie of the Year. It's and just watching his highlights, it's man, this dude, he's on the run every other freaking play, and it's he's still doing something about it. Yeah. So I'm just man, this guy's freaking talented. And then that's the more I've been a Chargers fan for probably at least close to 5 years now. I say it's I'm back to kind of deciding. I'm do I want to say I'm a Chargers fan? Because I like so many of their teams, and then it's well, do I like this team just because I like the players? And it's it's because I know a couple of people. It's they'll choose a favorite team because they're born into it, or it's I like them because their colors and their uniforms and all that.
Yeah.
I like them because of the players. It's there's a million reasons to be a fan of favorite team. I was talking with myself about it, and I think one of the dumbest ways you can choose to be a fan of a team is if they're good or not. Because it's they could I became a fan of this team just because they just won the Super Bowl last year. They could go 2-15 the next year, big fella. It's a lot of things can change just like that when it comes record wise. That's why it's I think that's one of the dumbest ways you could choose to being a favorite team.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. It's I really started leaning into paying attention to different types of players. I always used to be a guy that I have a team. I've been an Atlanta fan since 1989, I'd say. It all started with when Prime got drafted to Atlanta, and it's you start looking at these different players. You start really paying attention to people. I can watch any team any day of the week, with the exception of the Saints still.
I was going to say the Jets probably because they're just awful. But
when you play them, you just know it's going to be an interesting game and a blowout.
Man, I'm so excited.
And you're never going to throw a pick.
That's what I was just saying. Man, I'm so excited to start the podcast again because there's so much stuff we get to talk about now, man. Let's talk about the Jets. Ever since the interceptions became a thing in the NFL, they are the first ever team this year with mind you, Aaron Glenn, a defensive-minded head coach, goes in, doesn't get a single interception ever since the first ever team ever since interceptions became a thing. A defensive-minded head coach.
I want to say.
Oh, it was 30. It was 1936 or something like that. I'm dude, that is the first ever team for almost 100 years to never get an interception since they became a thing. Is crazy.
Yeah, I think that's correct. I mean, to not get a tip pass on a linebacker gets it. It doesn't always have to be a DB. I mean, we've
Exactly,
seen
yeah.
defensive linemen
I was gonna say,
jump
we've
to
seen
block a
linemen.
pass and take the ball, but
Yeah.
nobody in that many games can intercept a single pass. It's just absolutely crazy. Before we get into the playoffs here, along with the Falcons, I got to make the announcement, though, of my boy Matty Iceman becoming the VP of football operations, dude. That has to be and I'm going to say it, and it could end badly. I mean, you just don't know.
Right.
With Matt's dedication to what he does, I don't think it's going to, but probably the best decision Arthur Blank has made in a decade. Bringing somebody back that the current players that Matt never even played with love because he's always around the facility. But just bringing him back in a capacity that he can continue to make a difference in the team, the program, the community. I just don't think it can get any better than that. So congrats to Matty Iceman. Gonna love seeing him back in the facility all the time. Looking forward to the new GM probably being announced like tomorrow. I do think it's going to be Cunningham from Chicago, but we shall see. And then fully expect a new head coach there in Atlanta probably this week sometime. I think once we get through this weekend of games, see if anybody else gets tossed aside to see if they can add him for interviews. But I think it's going to come together pretty quick. I think Matt's been in that conversation for quite a while.
Yeah, I think because I remember as soon what do we say it was like the day that it happened. It was exactly 4 hours after the game ended. Both Raheem Morris and Terry Fontenot both get the boot, and it's like I remember. I guarantee your optimistic levels for the Falcons went from like a 4 to like a 60, like as soon as that got announced. Because I remember you didn't even know. I had to tell you because I got the news, and I remember texting you. I'm like, "Hey, Raheem Morris fired." You're like, "What?" Because your thing is like they do it every single year. The Falcons will suck for like the first 85% of the season, and then the final 4 games they'll win out in like either like dominant fashion.
They'll look unstoppable.
Yep. And then it'll be just enough to where the Arthur Blank's like, you know what, we're gonna give him one more year just to see what happens.
And with it being Raheem and all that, I mean that's just standard for Arthur Blank saying another year. But man, I'll give him kudos right now for it because he finally had the guts to go and make that call. Only after 2 seasons for Raheem, and then I don't know what it was for Fontenot. It was too long. Never liked having a Saints guy there, but he was a GM, so I figure, well, he's pretty smart. And honestly, he didn't do bad. I mean, for the most part, he had very, very good draft picks. I do still think this past draft for Atlanta was by far his best, with going and get Walker and getting Xavier Watts and James Pierce Jr. I mean, it was a defensive overhaul.
James Pierce, man, let's talk about him for a second. That dude has been
defensive rookie of the year, in my opinion. I mean, he was an absolute game wrecker. Xavier Watts being paired up with Bates, though. I mean, the defense was outstanding this year. And the offense, I do think Fontenot's downfall was the Penix pick last year.
I was just going to start talking about that. I'm like, my favorite thing that has happened with Terry Fontenot is the draft reaction as soon as it got announced. Oh, Michael Penix Jr. of the Falcons, Arthur Blank coming down to the media room, and you just see him and Fontenot just talking for like the next like 10 minutes. And people with the memes all over Twitter, people are like, oh, Terry Fontenot's trying to explain the pick there. Because you got to remember the time too. It's like a week after they had just given Kirk Cousins like a
massive deal,
$200 million deal, and they go out and draft a quarterback immediately. Mind you, a quarterback who I probably would have even said back then was a project because he was just coming off of like 58 leg injuries. So it's like, man, you're already taking a risk drafting Penix. It's like, and you just signed Kirk this giant deal. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And I wouldn't even say this year Kirk played better.
Oh, Kirk was better. I think last year, Kirk, I mean, you have to imagine he was coming back from that Achilles injury. He looked really rough to start, and then he had like a 4-game slide towards the end where it was just interception. So they said, well, whatever, let's just get Penix in there. We'll get him some stuff going. And he did some good things. Penix, of course, started the season, and I don't think he's there. And then he goes down, and Kirk comes in, and he looked like his old self. So I think he was more comfortable now with that Achilles injury being a little over a year out. And man, I mean, you look at the rest of the crew, and we don't want to have the whole episode on Atlanta here, but they did some really good things. So I think getting definitely a good head coach in there, keeping Ulbrich as DC, getting a good OC in there, honestly, with Matt at the helm, and then without a first round draft pick this year, which I'll take James Pierce Jr. over a first round pick this year.
Oh yeah.
I think they're going to be aggressive, and they're going to go trade some picks and move up a little bit and get some key guys again. So we'll see what happens, but exciting times ahead, man. I think as far as being a Falcons fan go, probably the last time I was this excited was when Matt got chosen in the draft. It's been quite a long time, and I'll leave the Super Bowl comments out of there. And that, of course, was an amazing time until the end. But this excited. Yeah, but being this excited, I think, as a Falcons fan before, if you want to call it during the offseason, it's not the offseason yet, it's the postseason, but it's been a very, very long time as a Falcons fan being this excited about what's going on.
Yeah, man. I mean, like, for the Chargers aspect of it, I mean, I think it's blatantly obvious that the front office just hates Justin Herbert for the fact that they did not go out and get an offensive lineman the whole time. I mean, this is because I was listening to our previous draft episodes, and I'm like, dude, this is going to be like the third year that I'm going in saying, man, we need to draft a lineman.
And I know, but they have. It's just that they're all injured. When you lose Rashawn Slater before the season, you lose Joe Alt in the middle, during the season. I mean, that's to be able to do what they're doing, losing those two guys, those two tackles, is unbelievable what the Chargers are doing right now. They should not be winning games, especially against competitive teams, but somehow they're still pulling it together. So if they can honestly get them back healthy, again, invest in you have to invest in the O-line, get better backup pieces without breaking the bank. I mean, it could be unbelievable. I think the season would be even more different if Alt and Slater were healthy.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
They went and got Becton too. I forgot about that. They went and got Mekhi Becton. Let's shore up that run game for Omari and Hampton. If those guys were there, that run game is different. The protection of Herbert is different. The receivers have more time to get it. Like, it transforms that offense. It's a slate of bad luck that they were dealt this year.
Yeah, I mean, it's just putting it blatantly too. Mekhi Becton's just been very disappointing. Like, I remember being so excited whenever we got him. I was like, oh, dude. I remember whenever he was like awful and could not stay off the Jets injury report. I remember that and being like, man, kind of looking like a waste of a draft pick.
He goes to the Eagles and was amazing last year.
I was about to say, and then he goes to Philly. He was fantastic, or like by Lane Johnson, and I'm like, man, I can't help but think how different he even would be if he had Joe Alt standing next to him. So,
yep, it would have been pretty crazy. Hopefully they can get him back for 1 year. I think that would be really good for them to jump in there. But we'll see what happens, man. It's you just never know. These injuries creep up, and there's been a lot of guys knocked out this year. Well, let's start touching base on the playoffs here, because it starts in just a little over an hour. I don't know if we'll have this episode published by then. We shall see. If not, then just be aware that right now is 2:44 p.m. Eastern time, Saturday, January 10th. Wildcard weekend, baby. Let's go.
Oh, yes. I'm very excited for the playoffs to start, but then in the back of my mind, it's like, oh, it's starting to get that bad time of the year when there's no football. And it's
I know, right? Well, that's when you dive into it. Well, I mean, at least I do. It gives me the time to start. Well, I'm already prepping for my next upcoming season. I mean, that's the time for me to really dive into it. But, you could be down in the weight room here, just throw a game on earlier in the season like I did a week ago. You just don't kind of always still have something on in the background. But we got 2 games slated for today. We got a 4:30 game, so I guess it's a little over. It's an hour and 45 minutes from now. You get the Rams and the Panthers. Somehow the Panthers squeak by in a once again horrible NFC South. 3 teams tied for an 8-9 record,
and it was specifics that they won the playoffs. It was specifics they made it there.
It's unbelievable. To be honest with you, none of them deserve to be in the playoffs. I would honestly much rather a higher ranked team. But let's say something right now. I mean, I think this is going to be an absolute, I don't even know what the curb stomp of the Panthers by the Rams. The way that Matthew Stafford is playing this season, Devontae Adams coming back from that hamstring injury. The defense is playing outstanding. The Rams are a heck of a team this year, but what if?
I was gonna say, man, like I don't know if I'm weirdly optimistic if I'm drinking the Kool-Aid on this, man, but like, man, I'm really weirdly optimistic that this game's gonna end like 31-28 by the Rams. Like, I think I wouldn't say Bryce Young's job's on the line here, but it's like because I wouldn't say he really has been given a fair chance, but like, um, man, I am really weirdly optimistic the Panthers are actually going to put up a fight in this game, man. Like I know everyone's going in because the Rams are Super Bowl favorites. I think if we just go and get that out of the
Oh
way,
yeah,
they're
for
Super
sure.
Bowl favorites. Matt Stafford at the ripe age of like 34 or whatever it is playing like an MVP. Like
He will be the MVP, by the way.
it's him or Drake May. It's one of
I
those
think it's
two.
going to be Stafford. I think it's going to be Stafford.
Like it's just like the roster that he has around him, like him, Puka Nakua, Devontae Adams. The Rams O line's fantastic. I probably couldn't even name one of their linemen, but they're fantastic. Kyron
Well, then you look at
Williams.
you look at the running back situation too. Is ridiculous.
Kyron Williams. That's what I mean. Kyron Williams. Blake Corum's popped off, dude.
Yep.
Like he's a freaking touchdown machine this year. Yeah, I think we just start with the predictions. I'll rattle mine off. Like I said, I know the weird optimistic thing. I think I'll just take the cookie cutter answer here, and I'll just go with the Rams. I'm going to go with the Rams 24-21. That's going to be my prediction. Because, like I said, I am really weirdly optimistic for this game, but I'll take the Rams moving on. I think we're going to be getting. I'm trying to look at we got a board in the background. I got all the playoff teams on. Yeah. I mean, Niners Eagles is a component to that one. I think we might be getting a NFC West matchup with that one, but we'll talk about that later in the week here, or later in the episode. I mean, but yeah, I'm taking the Rams 24-21.
I'm expecting an Indiana over Oregon beatdown, but I'm not going to go as far. I think it's going to be Rams something like 35-14. I'm not going to get into the Indiana conversation because I just made that comment, but I think Rams 35-14 over the Panthers. Yeah, exactly. So we're both taking the Rams, and then tonight, of course, we got the ridiculous rivalry of the 9-7-1 Green Bay Packers taking on the 11-6 Chicago Bears. Yeah, I got to go Green Bay. Go Pack, go.
Dude, I mean, it's
and that's personal. I do think Caleb Williams, Ben Johnson, and those guys are doing some really good things with Chicago and turning some things around. But I'm going to go LaFleur, Jordan Love, Josh Jacobs, and I'm Micah Parsons less defense. I'm still going to take them over Chicago tonight.
Dude, I can't tell you how excited I am to go and watch this game, man. Like, I think this could be. So usually in the playoffs, it's like it's always the best of the best make it there, regardless of the record, regardless of whatever. It's the best of the best in that division. Back to the playoffs, like real quick, just the thing we were talking about earlier, how you were saying, oh, the Panthers shouldn't be in it. I think they should change it to where it's the teams that have the best records should be the teams in the playoffs. So if it's like you get a three-way tie, some teams are 8-9. It's like if some other team is, maybe 10-7. It's like they should be in over the teams that are 8-9. And it's like, oh, there's not a single team in that division that made the playoffs. Well, boo-hoo, you should have been better.
Yeah, you guys are terrible.
Exactly, that's what I mean. So it's like, anyways, yeah. On the subject, another thing, because you said the 9-7-1 Packers. If there is a game in overtime that is 40-40 by the time overtime ends, run a second overtime. Like, have it like college where it's like it needs to end with a definitive winner. That's just my personal opinion, though.
In this game, in my opinion, there is no room for ties. For how long you play this game, why should there ever be? You're telling me you can't go one more time, Go college rules. Start everybody from the 20.
Yes.
Keep driving it until somebody doesn't score. Like, it doesn't matter. There is no room for a tie in this game, in this sport. You can eliminate all the nonsense. You can eliminate these little cookie cutter type of, this helps with the figuring out of playoff teams. Ties are ridiculous. There's no room for that in this game.
I think that's a perfect idea, honestly. Is like have the first overtime be like the 10-minute 2 timeout thing. Have that be the first overtime. If it happens to where it's like both teams have 30 plus more points, then with the second overtime, have it be college rules, have them start out in the 20 and in. And just whoever gets stopped, okay, then they lose. Game over.
Agree. Yep.
Okay. Back to the playoffs here. Packers Bears. Man, I'm excited for this game. Just
points are going to be difficult to figure out in this one.
I think because they split in the regular season, Packers taking the first one with a game-ending pick. Bears win in an overtime thriller in the second one, like a 40-yard touchdown pass from Caleb Williams, DJ Moore. Man, it is difficult to pick a winner for this game because I could see it going either way. I think I'll split you just to be different. I'll go Chicago on this one, 30-27. It's going to be a 3-point game. I'm calling that. Like, regardless of if it ends 3-0, regardless of if it ends 44-41, it's going to be a 3-point game. I think Micah Parsons not playing makes a giant factor on the Packers defense.
Oh, for sure, without a doubt.
Because, man, that he has quarterbacks running for their lives like every single game that he's playing.
Oh, I think he led the league in
pressures.
Yeah. So I think I don't know. All I know, and I'm going to say this for my bias of my fantasy team this year, taking a dump at the end because Green Bay decided to not use Josh Jacobs. They need to get him involved heavy in this game. They can run on Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
They can run on Chicago. They need to do that to help alleviate the pressure off of Jordan Love. If Jordan doesn't have to do it himself, I think they come away and they win this football game. I am going to go with, I want to do a 3-point game as well, but I'm not going to. I'm going to say Green Bay over the Bears 27-20.
Yeah, I could definitely see that too, man. It's just, there is no right or wrong winner. And now I'm going to talk
unless
about
the
that.
Game's 27-20 and then I win.
Well, no, I mean it as in the sort of like, both of these teams are fantastic and have a very bright future ahead of them. And it's that's what I said. Like, there's no, let's back to the podcast. There's no right or wrong pick with this one. It's like, because this could seriously go either way. I don't see this being like a college football thing where it ends like 48-14 or something.
Or it could have been Indiana or Oregon.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like you go into it like that and then it's just a whooping. Like, that's what I mean, man. I'm at this weekend, honestly, this is probably this is top 2 games I'm most excited to watch.
Oh, for sure.
Because I know this is going to be fireworks, dude. Because, man, Caleb Williams, Jordan Love, both really good quarterbacks when they need to be. The run game for the Bears has been like surprisingly really good, and it's not even like DeAndre Swift. It's Mongai, I do believe his last name is, 25 for the Bears. He's been fantastic for like the entirety of the season.
Yes.
Like, man, this is going to be a fantastic game. I can't wait to watch it, dude.
I agree. Wildcard weekend is always exciting, I think. Usually always a really good slate of games. The thing that bums me out by the time, honestly, that we get here to this point in the season is not that the season's coming to a close, but because we lose things like Thursday night football, Monday night football, like a lot of that starts to trail off and go away. It was really boring last week when you didn't have games on different nights. But anyway, all right. So tomorrow we got 3 games.
This is gonna be something for both of us, man.
Tomorrow's gonna be ridiculous, by the way.
Yeah.
We're traveling, so I'm gonna be watching stuff in the car. 1:00 game, Bills Jags. Bills have never beat the Jags in the playoffs. The Jags are just killing it right now. The Bills are on a little bit of a downturn towards the end of the season. You know, all the noise and all the nonsense about if Josh Allen doesn't win this year, blah, 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 because There's no Burrow. There's no Mahomes. It doesn't matter, people. Like, it's great headlines. They're clearly not one-on-one jousting each other. It's really the defenses that they're going against. Jacksonville has an amazing defense, lots of pressure that they like to bring. But I mean, I'm clearly going to go Buffalo here. I do think Josh is going to put that cape on, and I think he's not even going to have to do what he wants to do. I think you are going to see a different, in a good way, James Cook. I truly believe not only is he the leading rusher of this season, I think he is going to tear Jacksonville apart on the ground tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, dude, and this is what I hate about like both of our teams here. I could see the games going both ways, and I hate that I have to say that too, but I can see them going both ways, man. It's like, because I remember earlier this year, Chargers played Jacksonville. I'm like, you know what? Hey, this is revenge playoff game a couple years ago. Start of being an actual Chargers fan for me. And then this year we just got whooped like 30-6 or something like that, and I was like, oh my gosh. Yep. It's just Jacksonville's defense was just smothering Herbert the entire game, and it's like I feel like this year Josh Allen might be because he knows that it's like he doesn't have to play any of his prior enemies this year, like Mahomes, Burrow, Jackson. It's like, well, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. It's like I think that's probably in the back of his mind that he doesn't have to play any of those guys.
Yeah.
Looking on the Jacksonville side, Trevor Lawrence has been playing red hot recently. Liam Cohen's done a fantastic job in his first year. It's like, man, the whole freaking Duval at the beginning of the season, man, everyone was like, oh, this guy's going to go 0-17.
He's nuts, yeah.
And they're like 11-6 this year or something like that. Like, they're insane.
13-4.
That's what I mean. Like, they're insane this year, dude. Trevor Lawrence at times has looked like one of the most incapable quarterbacks in the league, and other times he's looked like an MVP candidate. It's like,
yeah,
man, it depends on what kind of week both of these teams are having. Because I've seen the Bills play fantastic, and I've seen them play like garbage. Yeah. I think the difference maker for the Bills this year, it's not the fact that Mahomes, Burrow, and Jackson are not in the playoffs. I think it's the fact that now they can give the ball to James Cook, and they feel confident giving the ball to James Cook. Like prior years when they've made it to the playoffs, James Cook hasn't really done a whole lot. I mean, he's been there, but he hasn't been like, man, he's a game-changing running back like Derrick Henry or Saquon Barkley. It's like, man, he's outgrown both of those guys now, and I think that's probably what's going to give Buffalo the edge here. I'm going to take Buffalo in like a 31-20 win over the Jags. I think the Jags are definitely going to show the Bills, hey, we're here and we're here to win. But I think at the end of it, I think the Bills are going to be able to pull out the win. Like, I mean, the Bills scare me when it comes to playoffs because I've been there in person. They almost lose to Skylar Thompson-led Dolphins. Like, man, I remember that game. That was
wild card weekend, baby.
Awful, dude. And that was during the wild card weekend. Yeah, that's I mean, like, man, I've seen the best of the Bills. I've seen them beat the Patriots like 48-10 and pull all their starters in the third quarter. And I've also seen them almost lose to a Skylar Thompson-led Dolphins. And it's like,
or the Jets.
Yeah, that too. Like, man, it's just
they lost to Atlanta this year. That was ridiculous.
It depends on what team shows up for both sides. If the good Jags show up, it's going to be a fantastic game. If the good Bills show up, it's going to be a fantastic game.
I do believe, and this is not a bias speaking, I do believe the right Bills are going to show up tomorrow. I don't know if, I'm sure you've seen it. You see more than I do these days, but the locker room speech by Josh Allen after this past week, after their last game, I don't know if I've ever seen him like that in a locker room post-game before. I think he is going to turn the dial and turn it up a notch. But when you have the opportunity to combine James Cook and then you have Ray Davis and Ty Johnson out of the backfield or split out wide, it allows for so many other opportunities. The wide receiving core is clearly the weakness. Khalil Shakir can do what he has to do. Gabe Davis is back. Gabe Davis against the Jags.
Yeah.
Is it going to be a little bit of a revenge game going for the Jags for a year and then coming back to Buffalo? I don't know.
I just saw a couple hours ago before we started here. I saw Josh Palmer. He got ruled out for tomorrow.
Yeah,
So
it's a Gabe Davis kind of game.
if
But
you get that
I
Gabe
think
Davis to show up a couple years ago against the Chiefs, man.
I think it's going to be the run game, honestly, that saves it. Josh had a little bit of time to heal that ankle and that foot. I'm sure he'll be good to go and back to normal. But I'm taking the Bills. It's a run. I'm going to go like 38-31. I do think there's going to be some points on the board, but I do also believe that the defense for Buffalo is going to be able to step up late in the game to get the ball back one more time for Josh to go take the lead and pull out the win.
Yeah, I mean it's a really big thing when if Benford plays. I feel like because I remember that was like I don't know if there's been like a confirmation of if he's playing or not yet so far.
He's playing. I think the only guy. I mean, Hairston is out. That really stinks. Farrell Bernard is out. He has not been playing a lot this year, and he hasn't been as good as he has in the last 2 years. So that's kind of a bummer. But I think, what is it? Judon, I think, is activated. So they're gonna throw him into the rotation with Epinesa and Russo and Bosa and really get these guys. I mean, it's gonna be pretty outstanding. I think the defense is gonna come to play.
Go figure, by the way. Let's talk about that. Joey Bosa leaves the Chargers and is fantastic on Buffalo. Has his first full, healthy season the entire year. I mean,
I think he played 15 games, so that's pretty good.
That's like the most he's played in 4 years.
Yeah, I think since 2021.
It's crazy.
Next game we got is
Snooze Fest.
4:30 tomorrow is 49ers Eagles. I do think
we've seen this game 4 times already, dude.
Yeah, I do think it's a good NFC battle. I'm gonna take the Niners. I just am. I don't think the Eagles are the Eagles. I don't think Jalen Hurts is Jalen Hurts. I mean, AJ Brown still whines, so he can whine all he wants. Saquon in that line is not the same Saquon in that line, and I think Purdy, McCaffrey, and that defense without Nick Bosa, without Fred Warner, those are all guys that are going to be stepping up and winning this game for them tomorrow.
Doing my AJ Brown impression.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I remember because I was the one that drew the board up that was over there on our wall. I remember writing that, and it was official. Oh, Niners Eagles. And first thing I thought of was dude, we've seen this for the past 4 years. I'm I'm sorry to Eagles fans and 49ers fans. I don't care to watch your game. I mean, I'm going to watch it because it's playoff football, but it's I'm not that invested, and it's just people if it's 2 years ago 49ers and a year ago Eagles, okay, I'm really interested to watch your game, but neither team is as good as what they were before.
No.
And Saquon, I knew he wasn't going to be he's never going to replicate what he did last season, but I didn't think he has not been that good this year, just as a running back in general. I don't think he's been far from bad. I'll put that out there.
Yeah.
But I mean, Jalen Hurts is Jalen Hurts. He's fine he's a good quarterback. He's never done anything that made me go, whoa. And it's he's not a fun quarterback to watch. He'll make plays for you, but then
it's their defense again. Their defense is what wins them.
Yeah, that's so. And then 49ers, I think they've looked a lot better recently than they have the entire year. I know Brock Purdy was out for a giant chunk of it, and Mac Jones was playing. CMC somehow had 1,000 yards in the season. I didn't even know that. I haven't heard his name at all this season. I feel along with George Kittle and just all of them. It's
Kittle's still having fun, so it's always a good time to watch him.
Yeah.
But
back to what I was saying, whenever I was making that board, I'm I don't know who the favorite for this game would be. I feel excuse me, I feel it again could be a very 50-50 game. I could see either team winning this. I think I am going to take the 49ers, though. I'm going to stick with them. I think just because the Niners have just been better than the Eagles, just simply put. I think Eagles defense is probably what's going to keep them in that game. I don't think Jalen Hurts is going to pass for more than 170 yards, though. I think the Niners defense, honestly, is really solid, and I think Niners probably win this game 21-13. I'll take that one. I think it's going to be a close game. I think it's going to be a low-scoring game, though, too.
I'm going to go 3-point game. I'm going to go 2017 Niners.
I could see that. I could definitely see that being a possibility there.
I gotta put a couple field goals in there. I mean, they both have decent field goal kickers. So they're definitely going to be taking advantage of that. I think it's going to be a defensive game. Whoever wins on that side of the ball is going to win the game.
Yeah, I definitely think so, man. It's just like I said. I'm like, if this was a couple years ago, I'd be very interested to watch this game happen. It's just I've just seen this movie too many times to where I'm just gonna kind of take a nap whenever I'm watching this movie now.
You put this one on to be able to go to sleep.
I put this one on just for the sake of, hey, there's football on. That's the reason I'm going to be watching this game. I'm not going to be sitting there like actively just like waiting for the 49ers to do something. I'm going to be sitting there because like, oh, there's playoff football. And it's like the last time we're going to see it's the last time we're going to see one of these teams this year. So,
yeah, very true. Very true. Let's get on to the night game for tomorrow night. This one I'm sure will be a little bit longer of a conversation, but tomorrow we have the Chargers and Patriots at 8:15. I know we'll already be in our hotel at that time, so we'll at least be able to sit and watch it. We're both going to be rooting for the Chargers here, but
I'm scared.
Yeah, the Patriots, man. I mean, before we even get into this game, if you look at the AFC and the NFC,
AFC is so much better.
These AFC games are ridiculous. I mean, you look at 6 teams, right, for each of them. 5 of that Steelers are garbage.
Steelers.
But the Bills, Jags, Chargers, Patriots, Texans. I mean, those are the 5, probably almost the 5 most solid teams in the game right now. It's just unbelievable to be able to see that kind of football being played. So, but anyway, Chargers, Patriots. I mean, you have Drake May. Definitely in the MVP conversation. It's going to be him or Stafford.
There's top there.
Yeah, I mean, you have Travion Henderson running like crazy. Offensive line doing well. The defense is just stout. And then you have the Chargers where if you talk to anyone or you listen to anyone, it shouldn't even be here.
Yeah.
Losing what they lost from injury. There is no reason for them to be in the playoffs. But you look at the coaching staff, you look at the confidence that they have in that team and those players to be able to step in. And then you look at Justin Herbert. I mean, the dude's doing it with one hand, still coming and pulling out big wins, making clutch plays. You can complain however much you want about the guy. If you don't like him, that's fine. But the dude is an absolute stud, and he has been since his rookie year. You can complain all you want. You can say about interceptions. You could say about big plays. You could say whatever you want. The dude's a winner.
Yeah.
And when you combine that with the rest of the way that those guys play, I think the hunger that they have to go in as an underdog, I think that is what feeds a Jim Harbaugh team, is being an underdog. That is what fuels them. That is what drives them to come out and play their best football. I think the Patriots are going to get the Chargers' best football tomorrow.
I would like to think so. I remember the game is being played in Foxborough. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but last time the Chargers played in Foxborough, the Chargers ended up winning like 40-3 or something like that against the Patriots.
It's going to be cold.
That's what I mean. Well, it's a good thing we don't have Tua at quarterback. We're going to be good.
It's very true.
So, I mean, yeah, dude, as people are like doubting the Chargers, I mean, if I'm just going to be blunt and I'm going to be a football fan and not a Chargers fan for a second, I think the Patriots probably win this game. But man, it's going to be close. I think that's what people are really underestimating the Chargers. Like, oh man, they shouldn't be here. They're going to get whooped. They're going to get this and that. It's like, man, look at what the Chargers are doing with what the cards they are dealt.
Yeah.
It's been bad news after bad news after bad news after bad news for the Chargers. Rashawn Slater goes down before the season even starts. Joe Alt, who was the backup left tackle, goes down, and
starting right tackle, by the way.
He was a starting right tackle. Then we moved him to left tackle because Rashawn went down. Then he goes down like halfway through the season, and we got guys.
You lose Becton. You lose a guard.
Then Becton goes down for a little bit. He's playing now, but he hasn't been playing that good, if we're just going to be honest. Bradley Bozeman being literally the worst starting center in the league. I think some backup centers are rated better than what he is.
Yeah.
And it's like I get the whole thing with Jim Harbaugh. It's like, oh, you want these guys that are gonna stick up for your other guys. You need to play your best players. It doesn't matter at the end of the day whether they're a freaking they'll pretend they'll stick up for each other. Okay, at the end of the day, you need to go win the football game, man. If this guy is not playing well, okay, then keep Bozeman around for like a locker room guy. But I start Andre James. There's literally a 0% chance that he is worse than Bradley Bozeman. And with us going out and getting Ben Cleveland, I mean, he's better than a lot of the guys we have right now, I'd say. Yeah. Zion isn't fantastic by any means, but he's probably been our best lineman this year, which is really weird to say because he's not even that good. It's like, I thank goodness for Jesse Minter. That's what I'll say, because that dude has been absolutely fantastic in coaching our defense. We've had guys that are fifth-round picks look like first-round picks, and it's like Tarkeeb Steele, for example. Man, that guy's fantastic corner. Cam Hart, who I seriously think was like a fourth or fifth round, maybe even sixth-round pick, has been playing like a second or third-round pick. Man, it's like Odafe Oweh for the Alohi Gilman trade. I mean, that like Odafe Oweh has been playing fantastic ever since we got him, and I mean, it's been a good trade. Alohi Gilman's been playing good for the Ravens too, but man, it's going to be a good game. I think people are really underrating the Chargers in this game and just being like, oh yeah, they're an afterthought when it comes to the Patriots-Chargers game. Yeah. I think I'm going to take the Patriots to win this game 27-21. I think that's how that game's going to go.
I'm having a hard time putting numbers on this one. Because I think it's going to be, if my gut is telling me we're going to be sitting and watching this game and you're going to be very frustrated for a while, and then your hopes are going to get up, and then you're going to get frustrated again.
Still like being a Chargers fan, man.
And then all of a sudden at the end, you're going to be ridiculously happy. So I'm going to go, oh boy, I don't like putting scores to games like this. I'm going to go 32-27 Chargers.
I'll tell you what. If we win this game, it's between us and the Bills. Like, that's how that's going to go. I think Denver are frauds.
So here's what happens. In my opinion, and I don't know if anybody would actually disagree. Let's talk about this before we get into the last game and close out today's episode. But the Chargers have to play the Patriots. The Patriots, up until the last week, had a potential to be the number one seed in the AFC. If the Chargers win, they get to go on and play Denver, which is the number one seed.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say Buffalo wins tomorrow. They get to go in and play whoever wins Texans Steelers.
Yeah.
Tough game tomorrow for Buffalo against Jacksonville. They're probably going to go play the Texans, which is also going to be a tough game. Then, if Buffalo wins and the Chargers win, they play each other in the AFC Championship game.
Yeah.
That route for both teams have got to be the most difficult playoff routes we have seen in a very long time to get to the Super Bowl within any conference.
Yeah.
So if those two teams keep winning, whoever makes it to the Super Bowl, it's almost a miracle that they actually make it that far. So I do believe whoever comes out, I mean, we'll see what happens week to week, but if that aligns and we have a Bills-Chargers AFC Championship, again, it's going to be a ridiculous game. It's just this entire, and you can plug and pull a couple pieces, right? Like you can say, oh, if the Patriots go or if the Jags go and the Texans go, like there's still amazing teams that are going to be playing. Yeah. It's going to be fantastic football all the way through.
Yeah, so definitely.
I'm going to take the Chargers though. Yeah, that's just the way I'm looking at it. Then we got one more game on a Monday night.
Yeah, it's
horrible game, by the way, to choose for a Monday night.
They should have really spaced these out. I mean, I understand like seating wise how it would go. I don't think it would matter though if you just keep the seating the way you want it. It's like just move move the Niners and Eagles to the Monday night game, dude.
The Texans and the Steelers on Monday night.
Who wants to watch this game if you're not a Texans or Steelers fan?
The Texans are playing out of their mind right now. And the Steelers are barely doing anything. I don't care if DK Metcalf is coming back. That defense that DeMeco Ryans has going on in Houston
is smothering people.
Is probably the best defense in football right now.
I mean, it's hard to combat that, honestly, because it's like if you look around, you think about it, it's like who has a better one? You know, it's like man, it's man, it's freaking. Regardless, like I said, unless you're a Texans or Steelers fan, who is sitting down waiting for this game to happen?
I don't know. I'll just put my prediction in. I'm going to go...
Houston.
Oh, it's Houston. Yeah, it's going to be like 35 to...
10.
13.
You're nicer than me. I was going to go like 41 to 10. That was in my prediction. Texans win.
And I don't care that Aaron Rodgers is a quarterback. He's washed anyway, and I'll just say it. Like, he's not Aaron Rodgers.
Him and Tomlin.
Yeah, you just got to stop saying, well, they have Aaron Rodgers there. It's not Aaron Rodgers anymore. Is he good? Yes, he's good still. But he is not the same. And that defense is going to annihilate them without a proper run game to offset the pass. It does not, and their run game is non-existent.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
The last time Rodgers was, I mean, like, if it's like prime Rodgers was like 2013. If we're talking like the last time he was really good was 2021 when he won the MVP, or it was 2020, I guess.
Which is still in Green Bay. Like,
that's what I mean. It's like
it's just forever ago.
Mike Tomlin looked like he was trying to lose the game last week with like the pass interference call, like, or if it was pass interference call, but like whenever they got down to the goal line, like right before the half last week, they run a pitch to the left with like no extra blockers.
Yeah.
What kind of play call is that there, man? And it's like you really had to bank on like.
You know who that was, by the way? Arthur Smith.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's I mean, dude. It's like he's a character. He's definitely a character, man.
I heard Tennessee's going to want us to interview him for their head coaching spot. And he was already there before he went to Atlanta. That's where they got him from. He was the OC there for a while.
Man, it's we need to make another episode where we just ramble about free agency stuff because my goodness, this whole coaching carousel thing that's going on right now. It's like this is the time of the year.
8 head coaching spots open right now.
Like this is the time of the year where it's like coaches are going in and out. I made a list and I showed it to you of like there's like I think it's like 8 head coaching vacancies are open right now. It's like, it's so crazy, man. It's like, and the Titans are interviewing literally the worst possible people they can have as a head coach.
So are the Browns. The Browns are pulling people out of nowhere.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I mean, like the Titans are like the worst ones though because they're like Jason Garrett, Mike McCarthy. Yeah. It's like you're interviewing these guys that are like, even whenever they were coaches, they didn't do anything.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like why would
they haven't for a long time anyway.
Jason Garrett has not coached since I do believe like 2019, and because as soon as that happened, then they went and hired Mike McCarthy. The Cowboys did, and it's like even whenever he was there for like a playoff berth, but then got first rounded every single year, and it's like, back to Texans Steelers for a second though, man. It's like I think this is going to be. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers wants the attention again, so he's like, well, am I going to play one more year? Am I going to be done after this year? I think this is going to be Aaron Rodgers and Mike Tomlin send-off. I think, first of all, I don't know how Tomlin's been there for the past 10 years, if we're just going to call spade a spade, because when they win the Super Bowl, like 2010, I think is when they won their Super Bowl with Tomlin. Dude, he was there. He was the Steelers. I mean, just the fact he's been the Steelers head coach before I was born. And has not had a losing season still is like because you've heard me over the time like I give Tomlin props every single time he pops up on TV because it's seriously impressive. 19 seasons as a head coach, never once having a losing season. I mean that's freaking crazy. It doesn't matter who you are, whether you like him or you dislike him. It's like that's a crazy feat, man. But it's just DeMeco Ryans, and we've said this since the 2024 draft, I do believe, where they drafted C.J. Stroud at 2, then traded back up at 3 to get Will Anderson. It's like DeMeco Ryans is doing something special over there in Houston, man. And it's like I know
taking risks.
Yeah, and they're risks that are actually paying off too. It's not ones where it's like the Raiders when they're drafting, and it's like they draft these guys you could have gotten in the third round, and they're drafting them at like pick 14 or something.
Yep.
It's like the risks that Texans are making are ones that are like they're not even boom or bust. It's like there's a lot more good to come out of it than bad, like trading up or just picking C.J. Stroud and then trading up to get Will Anderson. It's like you're getting two guys that are like studs, and they're going to be your franchise guys on the offense and defensive side. It's like, but yeah, just to close out the playoff talk here, man. It's going to be a fun weekend of playoff games. I hate the fact that the season's already coming to an end because, man, I feel like every single week this week, and this is if we do make another episode here where we're just talking about just this NFL season in general, we've had like a game of the week every single week, or game of the year like every single week, and it's like, man, this has probably been one of, if not like the greatest football seasons I've ever personally witnessed, because like I said, there's been a game of the year every single week, and it's like I couldn't tell you the last time that's actually happened.
Yeah, I think part of that comes along with just how invested you are in the game now. And your take on the game now. So I think that really adds to it, which honestly, that makes the season even more exciting than what it usually is just watching football. So it's always pretty cool to see that happen.
Yeah, because I mean, it's like for both of us now, it's like just like how like we both are in football. It's because I remember like I said at the beginning of the episode here, I was talking about like 2020 to 2021 is when I really like sunk my teeth into football, and I got like so invested. And I think it's good for both of us now that we both have someone we could just like talk to like that about like
always
someone who actually knows what they're talking about as well. It's not like these people we talk to like on like a daily basis maybe that just like they know certain stuff about their team, but it's like they don't know football like me and you do. It's like, man, it's just I can't. I hate the drought between the Super Bowl and the draft, man. Like that drought right there.
It is. Then the draft hits, and then there's a little bit of a lull, but then it does seem to start picking up earlier nowadays too. But I think what we'll try to do, just because there's so much head coach and GM talk going on, maybe we'll try to do another episode like on Wednesday or something.
Yeah.
We'll kind of recap, and then maybe we could dive into the head coach and GM talk a little bit deeper. That way the folks can kind of listen to that and be able to get some comments on there. So I think that'll be pretty cool. Anything else to say about playoffs? I mean, we're coming down to the wire. They're going to start in about an hour and 8 minutes. So we'll finish up here, probably try to get some stuff edited and published a little bit, see how we're going, and then start cranking these games on. Wild card weekend. Here we go.
Yeah. I was about to say, I will say to all of our listening viewers out there, if you're not aware, we are now on the YouTubes. We can now, find us out there. Hopefully we're trying out this whole recording thing. So we're hopefully going to be able to get this on YouTube, and you get to see our wonderful faces now on all over YouTube. And
I wouldn't say that, but
just trying to be nice. Hopefully all this, Lord willing, this all goes well. And it's just, man, we're back. We're actually back for the long haul here, man.
Here we go.
It's freaking crazy.
Trying to come up with a setup that we can get back into this thing, and then you head off to college and we could do this remotely and still kind of do our thing.
Yep.
So hopefully this platform works the way we want it to work, and we'll be able to continue this on for a good long time.
Oh yeah, man. Like I said, it's just because I was listening to like our draft episode last night, and it's just like, man, I remember I just sit and think about like that time that it is that it's like we're sitting together and we're just talking about, this guy who's like, man, no one's talking about him, but we think we could be really good, and just sitting and just talking about all that stuff, man, was just only getting me excited about coming back to the podcast. And it's like, even if this YouTube stuff doesn't work, like if we're just making podcast stuff again, man, like it's so much fun.
Definitely.
And, like I'm so excited just to actually like back now, and it's like there's going to be stuff that goes on later in the year that stuff might get chaotic again, but it's like we'll try our best to just stay here. It is
what it is, man. I think we'll have to find some peaks and times that we can really put aside to get this stuff done. I know you're going to be if all goes well, if that's God's plan, then you're your fall is going to be even busier than mine probably, but we'll see how that goes and how things pan out. But we'll definitely carve some time out to keep these things going. But with that being said, anybody that listens or watches, man, it is a pleasure to be back with you all. Always awesome to talk football with my boy here. So from us here, I just want to say God bless and enjoy this weekend, wild card weekend, baby. Watch some games and hopefully have a good time this weekend.
Oh my gosh, man, I'm excited. It's going to be a fantastic weekend. I think the beginning of the playoffs is always fun, just because maybe not even just for the teams involved. I think it's exciting for the teams that are not involved too, because you get to see all the new stuff that's happening. It's like new coaches, players getting signed. It's like, man, it's exciting time of the year.
It is always. So awesome. Well, great chat with you again, kid. We'll keep doing this. Keep this thing going. Everybody listening, again, have a great wildcard weekend, and peace out.
Peace.